What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to LTL podcast. And wanted to put together a little, I don't know, I guess we celebrate these milestones on YouTube. And just wanted to bring everybody in the community together. And obviously, if you can't be here, you'll be able to watch this back on replay. And as you watch it on replay, just please go down there and comment hashtag replay. And I see all the amazing people in here right now, all the amazing subscribers, all the amazing members that have come over here and really recognized LTL over the last, couple of months, 7-8 months. And what I want to do is, I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because we're going to get back to our coverage this evening, but this is all for you. This is my thank you to the subscribers, to the members that just sit here night after night and help push this content out, help make this chat what it is, help make this community what it is. And I've always said this from day one, that if it wasn't for you, LTL podcast would not be where it is right now and what the future could be for this podcast. So what I want to do is I want to just read a small statement or a monologue, I guess. And then I thought it would be funny to play my first ever video. And I know some of you have seen it before, my first ever video on YouTube. And then I was going to play some of my first ever live stream on YouTube. So you can see how far this channel has grown in just under about 3 years. And it's crazy, and again, there's been times where I haven't been that consistent. There's been times where I've been super consistent, and seeing what this channel is and what it can be and what the future is, and wanting to do this for the rest of my life. I think you'll find it funny, but let me do this really quick. I'm going to just pull up the super chat from Danielle. Danielle, thank you so much. You are OG. You've been here for a very, very long time. You're one of my channel moderators now. Thank you for the $5. Just a congratulations on 10K, my brother, from another mother. Thank you so much. And I wish you well. And I hope that you are getting better, because I know that you had a leg injury and you've been here through all of it. And that's pretty amazing. So thank you. All right, let me get through this. I guess, statement or monologue, if you want to call it that. And then we'll pull up some old videos and laugh a little bit. And then we're going to shut it down for just a tiny bit. And then we'll get back to our live coverage of Danilo Cavalcante. So again, if you're watching this live, I appreciate it. If you're watching this on replay, I appreciate that as well. In the comment section, just give us a hashtag replay. Thank you all. I mean, I'm seeing all the names: Candy, Carrie, Willow, Danielle, Donna, Jessica's been here for a long time. Papa Roger in the chat room saying that the LTL podcast makes his time go by quickly. Okay, let me read this here. Ladies and gentlemen, and all of my incredible subscribers, I stand before you today with intimate gratitude in my heart as we celebrate a monumental milestone in this journey of the LTL podcast. We've reached a remarkable 10,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, and I can't thank all of you enough for making this possible. But let me take you back a few months. Back in March of 2023, I was at a crossroads. I'd poured my heart and soul. I poured my heart and soul into this channel for almost 3 years, into every episode, into every edit, every script. But the growth was slow, and I started to doubt whether I could or should continue. I even contemplating quitting YouTube altogether. It was a difficult time, and I'm sure some of you can relate to the challenges of this platform and through life's journeys. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going through some personal stuff right now as I'm reading this monologue or, letter. I'm going through a lot of personal stuff right now. Our community isn't just a number. It's a family. We've grown together, learned together, and share countless moments of inspiration. It's through your feedback and your passion for the topics we discussed that this podcast has flourished. You've not only supported me, you've you've also created a space where knowledge, ideas, and stories can be shared and appreciated. Looking forward, I'm filled with the excitement and hope for what lies ahead. We've built something incredible together, and this is just the beginning. The power of this platform and this community is timeless and limitless. We've had the ability to spread information, share stories, and inspire change on a global scale. Our journey is far from over, and there are countless stories to tell, ideas to explore, and knowledge to share. So, my wonderful subscribers, thank you. Thank you for believing in me and sticking with me through the tough times and for helping us reach this remarkable milestone. Together, we'll grow, learn, and make a positive impact on the world. I'm excited about the future, and I can't wait to see where this incredible journey will take us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, YouTube community, for your unwavering support and making the LTL podcast what it is today. Let's continue to explore, inspire, and change lives through the power of our shared passion. So my hat's off to you, subscribers, members, supporters. Thank you. Thank you for being here for the LTL podcast. So what I want to do here now is play the very first video that I ever posted on YouTube. And I thought that would be funny. And as you know, this podcast was going to start as a car channel. I'm a fan of BMWs. I've owned quite a few of them in my life. And I was trying to start a community. But you can see back in the day, I had this sense of community. I had this sense of bringing people together on a platform. And I had amassed a quite large Facebook group. I think we got to a couple thousand members at some point before I started to change direction on LTL. And at that time, it was just called the N54, N55 Facebook group community. And that was two particular engines that are in BMWs. So let me pull this up. We'll play through this and you'll get a sense of how things were back then. Had the beautiful beard going. A little heavy at the time, I must say, but we'll play this and I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Happy Sunday, everybody. My name is Brian. I am the creator of the N54, N55 Facebook group, and I wanted to welcome everybody to the page. My sole vision for this page is to put good, valuable information out there in connection with great vendors that support this platform. I started a Facebook page to get a community of people together and bring a vision. I wanted to grow this page as large as I can with good, valuable information. I know there's plenty of other groups out there, but I'm going to try to do something different here. With the interaction through video, through YouTube and Facebook, and try to connect all of those things together. I have many, many plans for this page. We have many, many great vendors on this page that can support and give good, valuable information to this platform. So certainly, if you have any questions at all, don't ever be afraid to drop a comment below or share an idea. That's what we're here for, to keep this community open and serve the public. I have a strong love for BMW and a strong love for this platform. So I hope that you do too and join us, and I hope that you guys gain some valuable information out of these videos. And again, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where this platform is going to go, but I'm slowly going to be building content and hope to build this community to the biggest and best community, N54 and N55 community online. So again, I'm just a normal guy shooting video. This is my first time ever really doing anything like this, but giving it a try. And hopefully that you guys will stay around for the ride And again, if you have any questions at all, don't ever be afraid to drop your comments below, your questions below. There'll always be somebody
Yes,
here
it
to
is,
help.
Jessica.
So
It's
have fun on the
actually
platform.
that
And again,
that
let's
wall
build
of
this
the
community
room.
as best as we can, the biggest we can.
And you'll get to actually in the next
support
video
everybody
where I
with
actually
good,
sit
valuable
down.
information. Thanks for listening.
All right, so that was my very first video ever posted on this platform, and obviously gone through a bunch of changes. But I want to get to Jeff's 499. Thank you, Jeff, so much. He says, I'm so happy my face on your channel yesterday didn't drop you down to 8,000 subs. Uber congrats. Thank you, Jeff. And I hope that being here yesterday, you picked up some subscribers on your channel as well too. All right. Now let's play the very first live that I ever did. And I just literally didn't know what to do. I was kind of getting out of being a car channel. I was just posting daily vlogs of like vinyl. I collect records, so I was showing my vinyl collection, and this is my first ever live. So you get to see me in my first ever live here, and it's pretty funny. And oh God, we've come a long way. So I'm going to play a little bit of that, and then we'll catch up with some of the chat really quick, and then we'll shut this down and get back to business at hand. So this is my first live that was back on 2 years ago, July 4th, 2021. So let's play a little bit of this. So that wall where my bed is actually where I am now. So my 3 screens are here in this corner of the room, because I used to sit to this wall here, and you saw from behind here. So I've changed the room around. This kind of fits a little bit better in the space that we're in. And I'll play a couple minutes of this so you all can get a good laugh, but it's funny. This is my first time ever going live.
All right, we are live, and welcome to the live stream. This is my first time actually doing this live on YouTube, so I wanted to try this out. So it is the 4th of July. It is.
So you can see behind me, I had my beta tanks. I used to have a big stand there with my beta tanks in it, and I had these 2 cool little tanks that had plants in it and stuff like that. But the hands thing is great. I love it.
Sunday evening, and I thought I would come live and do kind of a live.
It was pouring raining, so there was nothing to do on 4th of July. So I'm like, I'll just go live. I don't know what to do here.
Have never done the live stream before, so you get to see everything here, unedited, unfiltered, and truly what it is. I know I have a lot of people that ask me about my Misfits poster in the background. I have quite a few of them. That one's not an official, but it is a late 80s to early 90s bootleg. And this poster itself was how I actually found out about this poster. Is there is a movie that came out in the late 80s called Toy Soldiers. It actually has Sean Austin in it. And it's about these kids that are at a prep school, and some terrorists come in and take over the school, and demand all this. I think
it's just nervousness of being live for the first time.
Have some world leaders or something like that
released from
their prison, and they take the school prison.
Part French.
And this poster actually was in Sean Austin's room in his college dorm, this prep school, and that not this specific one, but this Misfits poster was used in that movie. I have that. I have a Evil Live poster that's a non-official bootleg. Some really cool stuff. So I love the Misfits. Grew up listening to them, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to show you guys at some point. But anyway, enough about that. I am here to do a vinyl haul. I hope everybody this week so far had a great week. And by the way, my 2 betas back there, you can probably see one swimming around. That one's Rusty, and the one above him is Red. And Red is kind of sleeping at the moment, moving around. Actually, if I turn this probably light off, you can see him a little better. But yeah. So I wanted to do a live vinyl haul reveal. I'm sorry, a little bit nervous. I've never done one of these live streams, so it's my first one, and I thought I would just give it a try. And Anyway, so what did I pick
I'm
up
just
this
totally
week?
riffing.
I went around to a bunch of my favorite spots, and I actually, believe it or not, I hit a Best Buy this week, and
Mom, the fish
I was
didn't make it.
surprised.
They
The
didn't
one
make
that
it.
I'm in, where my local area is,
Oh, it's
here in
okay.
Massachusetts,
That was kind of
they actually have a pretty thick vinyl section, and I was super happy to albums of all time
just
and add to your collection.
let me see the end here.
And everybody, be well, take care. I don't know. I guess that's going to be it for tonight. I hope everybody is having a happy 4th of July.
It's so good.
Please be safe.
It's so good.
And
Look at the hands.
maybe we'll try this again and do another live stream at some point down the road. And everybody, be well, take care. Welcome to my bedroom. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for checking this out. The one person up here that's watching right now, I appreciate it. And I will see you guys this week. I'll be dropping. I may drop a video. Maybe I'll do another live stream. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how it goes. And I will see you guys on the next one. Steve Ardsley here. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's enjoying life. Please be safe. Happy 4th of July. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Oh man, we've come a long way in 2 years. My gosh. Oh, that's so good. Jeff says, I love how positive you are and how everything around you is cool and worthy of being shared. Thanks, Jeff. You got to laugh at yourself sometimes. It's just hilarious. Hands. Dude, I had hands going the whole time. Imagine if I was still doing that. Oh, it's great. It's great. Oh, man. Where have we gone? Where's this been? I would have never thought. It's such a good time. It's such a good time. It really is. You gotta laugh sometimes. You gotta laugh. With all the topics that we cover here, with all the things that we do here, we get into some pretty deep stuff, and you gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. But 2 years, I would never think that I have a small headquarters here. And my dream is to get this out of my house someday and actually into a working studio, have some, have like a table that everybody can come in and sit down and talk and tell us their stories. Maybe we can get some people to come in and talk about some cases that need attention, or, maybe help out some communities and get them, some help in their communities, or just do things like JLR is doing, boots on the ground coverage, giving the public a voice, giving those areas a voice, letting people know. I think independent media is going to be the wave of the future, no matter what are the things that we cover. And I've done some really great interviews on here too. I've had some really good interviews on here. I go back to things like, you can see let me pull this up real quick. Just my passion for interviewing people and how I wanted to always do something like that. And I'll play a quick snippet from one of my buddy, JJ. He's over at JJ's. It's now JJ's Watch Hangout, but you can see my passion, enthusiasm for interviewing people here.
I don't know if you remember. I'm going to show my date myself here, but
play this a little bit.
The remote controls, like you'd be able to turn on the TVs on the watches.
Actually, when this channel used to be called Beyond Time, where I was just like a watch channel. But I just wanted to interview people. I wanted to hear their stories. I wanted to hear how they got to that specific point in time in their life.
But it always held an interest. Like, it was something cool. And even growing up as a kid, another funny thing I kind of forget sometimes, but like watching Inspector Gadget, like I was like, Penny was ahead of her time, man. She had the iWatch. She had the Apple Watch, man. But I always found like the gadget end of it really cool.
Yeah.
Never really thought about like collecting. Obviously I was just a kid. I didn't really put much thought. But then I guess I progressed through high school. Like, people started working, getting a little bit of money, and then some of the kids at school you see coming out with date just and stuff like that. That kind of caught my eye into like, I would say like real watches, high end watches. And I went and looked, I browsed around a couple of stores. For some reason, the 36 mil was just never for me. It was,
and I'm going to give everybody a tip. If you get into podcasting and stuff that I've learned and that I've studied, and I always go to Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan is the best podcaster on this planet. And I always watch and study his videos. And what is the one thing that he does? He gets his guest on, he asks them a question, and he just lets them talk. And that's the best way that you can interview people, because you want to just hear their story, and this was really fun. This was a fun.
Steel watch would do it.
And I don't talk a lot. Look, I'm not talking a lot. I'm letting him chat.
I didn't want to like bang into stuff, so I have the
barely talking.
That's it wasn't keeping time right.
Showing his collection.
I pulled it out before, and and they know I'm genuinely into watch.
We had, we used to bring on some.
I think I've seen you on Archie a few times. So welcome to the Beyond Time YouTube channel. Thanks for coming to hang out and hang out with us and have some fun, man.
And I'm going to tell you, a lot of these people that were on this panel were the first people that were here in the infancy of what this channel was, and the changes that it's gone through. And I got my chops in learning how to do YouTube from these guests and these creators. And I have never forgot about them. I've never forgot about them. So, I had some interviews like this, and, we've done, Kelly was great when we had Kelly on. It's a great interview.
Terrible timing. I don't want to say tolerance, because you should never accept. And
Kelly was great. She's a great interview. She's huge on Instagram. Follow Kelly if you like bourbon and watches on her own time.
The hardest part about being a woman who's active in a watch hobby is the sheer amount of sexism.
Yeah.
And that is not easy to deal with. I have pretty thick skin. Like, it takes a lot to offend me. There are days that I see things that get said, and I do get a little sad.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I have to remember that there's no way that grown man would ever actually say that to my face, and that's fine. There are a lot of active women in the hobby. They're just not as prevalent. They're not as out there because of the comments. And I think that all we can do as active women is to continue to promote each other, to stand up for each other, to call people out when things that are being said just aren't acceptable.
Sure.
Making people uncomfortable for thinking that they're funny. Some of the things that I've heard, it's been implied that I sell myself to fund my husband's watch collection.
No. Kelly was
and it's like whatever. I mean, if that makes you feel better to type those words, then I hope you sleep well. But calling it out, and I have so many friends that I've made from this who aren't afraid, and they will call somebody out, and that's what it takes. And
so we went from that, and then we went to being a true crime channel. I mean, lots of Idaho content. And then my first like real big interview, which was really cool, and I had the opportunity to do this and land this guest was
thanks so much for being here. So I wanted to just talk, obviously, Koberger
is so nervous,
obviously lighting up the airways, Twitter, YouTube.
Super nervous.
I mean, it seems like everywhere we turn, there's a new story, or someone's trying to grip onto a new piece of information because they might break this case. But what I wanted to do is, before we get kind of into Koberger questions, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the FBI and the FBI involvement in crime cases. My first question would be, how does the FBI typically respond to when law enforcement asks for assistance in an investigation?
Well, typically what happens, the chief of police will reach out to the head of the particular organization in terms of, is it an RA, that's a resident agent?
That. It's a great interview. It was about an hour long. I had Jennifer over here. We talked Idaho and that. The link for that is there. So again, just going back and looking at some things, how the channel's moved along, how it's grown. I appreciate everybody that's really come through this channel. Going back to when LTL, actually, we came back as the Opinionated Idiot, and then the name changed. I had LTL twice, and I really wanted to go back to that because it just felt like Let's Talk Live was just such a great name. And then we shortened it to the acronym LTL, and then eventually, LTL Podcast. And I hope someday what I'll probably end up just dropping is the podcast altogether and just be LTL. But, going back and thinking, just all the people that have been here, really been here since March and really pushed this through, Dr. Bob and Candy and Chosen Rosen and AZ and Tsunami and, going back and just looking at all the people that have helped out, all the new moderators that have come through. Laura spending countless hours on the panel with me, back in the old days, back a couple of months ago. We used to have some really great live streams together, and then meeting, doing some drunk stuff with the Drunk Turkeys and doing stuff with Publicly Buzzed and hanging with those guys for a while. And we just kind of all went off in our different directions. And, maybe some of the things that we talked about, we didn't see eye and eye on, but that's okay. And then meeting Tanya, having Tanya come over and hang out. And then, through that, meeting Detective John and Jeff. We've had Jeff on the panel. And all those people that have been here and contributed. All the moderators that have come through here. Carrie, Danielle, Bella, Mary, Candy's still here. Chosen Rosen's still here. And Tsunami's always here. Really being here and supporting. And we went through some rough times here. I'm not going to lie. We went through some rough times. We had a debacle with the Discord group, and that just became a big mess. And I kind of felt like people were trying to do things to sabotage because they felt LTL was growing too fast. And that's something that I had to nix in the butt really quick and just shut it down. Just shut it down and just keep moving on. That's the thing. And we deal with a lot. We deal with a lot. And this channel means a lot to me. I mean, I can't wait. I literally just go to work, do my day job, my night job, come home, and I cannot wait to get on this channel and stream live and be with all of you. And I wish all of those people that have helped me in the past a ton of luck. Of course. I want everybody to succeed here. I want everybody to do well. And I understand that people will come and go through your lives, meaning not like these lives, but through your life. And there's specific reasons why people come and go. I'm a huge stronger in fate. I believe that everything in this life happens for a specific reason. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with LTL. I have no idea. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. And it's on a huge high right now. And we'll get through a low. Of course, everything in podcasting and YouTube is peaks and valleys. 100%. And there were times that I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this anymore. And I've had personal conversations with some of my moderators in here, and all they've done is said, keep pushing, just brush it off and keep pushing. Don't worry about it. And I've had great advice from a lot of people. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it because it's kept me pushing. It's kept me pushing really hard. And, I've had some really lengthy conversations with some people in this room, via the phone, voice conversations. And it's nice. It's nice through some of those lives that we've had people come in and they share their story with us. Hey, I was going through a really, really rough time and I've been sober for 3 or 4 days and your podcast has helped. And it's taken me away from my problems that I can come here and hang out for a few hours. And, to see those types of chats and conversations like that, to know that you're making a positive impact. And it's not just me as the creator, it's you in the chat room too, that include these people in, and we take their people, take people away from things that they may be struggling, drugs, mental health, maybe some problems at home, that we can give them kind of a place to get away from all that for a few hours. So it's about creating positivity. And believe me, I'm going to say things here that people aren't going to agree with. I may say some things that people don't line up with my ideologies, but I'm expressing who I am through this. And you might fight me on some things. You might f you on some things, and you may unsubscribe. But I have to be real. I can't be fake, and I have to hold true to my values and my convictions. And I hope that we can learn through that. Learn through all that. And I've learned a lot of things from you. I've learned patience. I've learned dedication. I've learned hard work. And I've learned sometimes when I see the chat, hey, maybe you need to tone down on that a little bit, or let's not talk about that, or let's move on. You guide me. You guide me as a creator. Let's just pull this up really quick. Carrie H with the 1999. She says, your best qualities are your honesty and sincerity. Your work ethic and passion is so inspiring to me. Cheers to the next 10,000. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you so much. I know that you work hard in your life as well too, and you got a lot going on, and you're here, all the time, which is really cool. It's a great feeling. And I mean, look at Bella. Bella was on vacation, overseas in like England and visiting friends and family and just getting away, and has been here while on vacation on the lives. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I just want to just keep building this community. I want to keep building this community as much as we can. So let me get up in some of these chats real quick. Candy's using her 4 months. She says, let's go, Brandon. Up and onward. Yes, let's go, Brandon. I love it. Mind Your Business has been here. Danielle, Giovanna, AZ. I'm just pulling up some of the old names. Mary, great. Mary's great with information. And all the new people. Jessica's been around for a long time. Dr. Bob has been here forever. Teresa's been here for a long time. And I'm not discounting anybody. Lily Black has been here for a long time. I'm not discounting anybody else. I'm just saying that I'm just recognizing some of the people that have been around for a long time. So I really do appreciate it. And we have a lot of work to do still. We have a lot of work to do, and we have a lot of things planned for the channel. And I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. And it's just, it's been good. It's been a great journey, especially this last week. We've had so many new people come to the channel over this last week. It's crazy. It really is. It really is. Does anybody have any questions? If you want to plop a question into the chat, I'll take a question or two before we end up this 10K celebration. I'll take a few questions, of course. Hey, Angela, thank you. Thank you for being here today. It's nice to see a lot of the new faces in here. Did today go as planned? No. That's why I have a lot of stress right now. I'm in a big crossroads right now, and I wish that everything would have gotten buttoned up today, so I had better news for tomorrow. But again, everything happens for a reason. And, tomorrow is another day. We have to wait. Tsunami says, what do I look for in a man? I don't swing that way. I don't mind if people swing that way. I'm a single guy that's looking for a nice lady. So if you live in and around the Massachusetts area, or listen, I have no qualms. I can get up and move as well too. Tsunami always with the jokes. But yeah, whatever your preference is, it's not my preference. It doesn't bother me, whatever lifestyle you want to have. So Mary says 10K last night. Within 24 hours, you have another 428. That is great. Oh, by the way, and someone brought this to my attention, and I actually went back and listened to the stream. Big, huge shout out to JRL. Thank you so much. Before he wrapped up one of his afternoon streams, he said, shout out to LTL Podcast that has been covering the Danilo Cavalcante case over the last week with the information that we've gotten out there and what we've been able to do. So he did shout me out. So thank you, JLR. And congratulations. I know I've said this about 1,000 times, but if you are watching or you do see this afterwards, or a mod is in this room or whatever, congratulations to your 100,000 subscribers. You have earned, I believe it's the silver play button for 100,000. You have earned that all the way. You have amazing independent boots on the ground coverage, and we do appreciate everything you've done. And by the way, I appreciate out of your busy schedule that you took 2 times to call into LTL and give us live coverage on the ground. Thank you. And I appreciate it. And any time you need to come here, use my platform, or would love to come over for a personal interview or just hang out, my invitation is open to you. So thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see. Any more questions? Where do you see the podcast going in the future? Well, my plan for the podcast is obviously to continue, on the path we're on now, bringing just good, relevant information to communities. Obviously, we've kind of leaned more towards a true crime, and I started dipping into revealing scams and deceptions and people that scam and deceive. But what I really always wanted LTL to be is more of, an interview platform. I would love to get, guests on this channel to tell us their story. And, and I've always wanted to do something like that, just interview people and hear their stories, whether it be in the true crime community, a life-changing experience, or maybe there's someone that I can get on that needs help in their community, anything like that. Anything like that we can get eyes and ears on and spread, their message and give some feedback to their their story. Yeah, it's going to be sunset soon. So that's why I wanted to do this a little bit early. I'm probably going to shut this down for about 20 minutes and then pop back up for I plan on trying to go to about midnight tonight on the Danilo Cavalcante inmate capture. Jude's asking, how old are you? I'm 45 years old. I will be 46 in March. I'm not afraid to say my age. I was born in 1978. I've been very open about that. I don't care. I'm bald as fuck. I don't care. I wear a hat. I came out of the womb with a hat on. I've always wore a hat. So, I have hair. I just shave my head. It's easier. But I don't know. I think that's going to be it on the celebration stream. I appreciate everybody again. And if you're watching this, it'd be great if you can just do hashtag replay down there in the comments, because this is your stream. This is your stream. And you all make this channel. So I appreciate it. What does LTL stand for? That's a great question. So LTL stands for Let's Talk Live, because we are a live show. I don't have much time to do videos. So we just hit the live button, have our material together, and come live for all of you. So this is a live show. I tend to thrive better in live shows than trying to do a video. I've literally tried to do 8-minute videos before, and it usually takes me about 8 hours to film and edit. It's just too long. Where it's better where I can literally put a live show together, prep for it in 5 or 10 minutes, and have hours worth of content. I've just been better in a live setting. And I think that has to do with a lot of, when I was younger, I used to perform. I used to be in a band and I played in front of live crowds. And I think I've just always thrived in that type of environment. But the funny thing is, Here's a funny thing. In social situations off the air, I am very, very shy. I don't tend to not like to be around a lot of people. Not that I don't like people. It's just that I'm very, very shy, which is strange. But I've always had the ability to get up and perform in front of people, and that doesn't bother me. But when I get off stage or, off camera, I'm actually really quiet and actually really shy. I keep to myself. What kind of music do I like? I like all kinds of music. I grew up a lot on, obviously, punk rock. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to go see, I actually had tickets to go see Danzig last night, who is the original singer of the Misfits. He played here in Boston. There was really bad inclement weather here last night. I ended up getting out of work late. I really just didn't want to trudge my way all the way into Boston. I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably the last time that he's ever going to tour. So I missed that opportunity. He's one of my heroes, and it sucks. I didn't have that opportunity to meet him, but I'm hoping someday that I can acquire an autograph from him. That would be, an authentic autograph from him. That's something I really would love to have framed on my wall at some point. I have Jerry Only's autograph, which was his bass player in the Misfits. So I have that, and I actually have Doyle's autograph too, who was the guitarist at the like fifth version of the Misfits. Towards the end in 80, they stopped in 83, 82. So Danzig would really be the autograph that I would really want, an authentic, real autograph. But it sucks. I did miss him last night. One of my friends did get to the show, and they said it was amazing. And I'm pretty bummed out because I'm going to tell you, it would have been he was out playing his first solo album all the way through, which is that album is just, it's amazing. And to see that live, it was the 35-year anniversary of that. To see that live would have been pretty amazing. And unfortunately, I missed it. And I'm going to tell you, as I said to my friend that was going to go with me, I looked at him. I said, I'm going to tell you right now, if we go, I probably will cry because I'm here. And it sucks. But I didn't get to go. There was a lot of inclement weather around here. There was a lot of flooding in my area. And it was just, it was too much. I just didn't want to make the trek. I'm older now. I'm lazy. I just want to make the trek. So Angela says $10. Thank you so much. She says congrats and keep up the good work. Thank you, Angela P. Thank you for your support of LTL podcast. I appreciate it. Carrie H is asking, when will you play for members only live? Maybe we can make that. I haven't picked up a guitar in probably about 10 years. So I'm pretty rusty, and my acoustic that I have here is a piece of crap. I don't have an electric anymore, and I don't have an amp. Music is something that I've thought about getting back into, but I just don't have a lot of time right now because LTL is the focus of my life right now, is the focus. Did I miss any more questions? Thank you, Bjorn. Thank you. Hide your wives. Yeah, it's a Pisces thing. Crime Safe says, I prefer the lives better. Videos take way too long, and the news is old. Yeah. Carrie says, love you, BMA. Your channel be as grow as you want. Thank you. From Beyond Time to Let's Talk Live, happy for your success. Dangerous Wife checking in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. There's action in PA right now. Okay, so let's do this. Let's what kind of music did I play? Well, I grew up really quick before we shut this down for about 15 minutes. And all you need to do is just stay here, and it's going to redirect you to the next stream, and we'll come back up in about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. Just need a quick break, settle in for the next show, and then we'll get that going. Thank you, Kelly. I was in the Boston hardcore scene back in the very early 90s. So I played in and around Boston. We played up and down all of the East Coast. Played with a lot of big bands. I know a lot of people that have gotten big, and they're in big, huge touring bands now that came in out of that scene. I got out of that. I went into the alternative rock scene for a little while, probably mid 2000s. I think I played up to maybe 2009, 2010. maybe a little later, and then I stopped. It was just too much with work and lugging shit around and waiting hours and ends and hours to play for 20 minutes, hump all your equipment back home, and it's just too much. I'm old and lazy now. So so let's do this. We're going to end this down. The next stream will come up. All you need is just stay here. It's going to bring you right over. I'm probably going to start that in about 5 minutes. And we'll get back out on the live trail of Danilo Cavalcante. I hope you all enjoyed this this celebration stream. You know, I just wanted to mark the 10,000 subscribers and beyond. And hopefully, you know, in the next couple of days, we start hitting 11,000, 12,000. Be really cool. And, you know, we'll keep pushing through. Yes, the 90s hardcore punk scene, hardcore scene, it was nothing like it. It was a complete brotherhood. It was a complete brotherhood of that time. And I think that carries that sense of community here, you know, into this podcast as well, too. So let's close down for about 10 minutes. Stay right here. When this ends, it's going to take you right to the next stream. We're going to fire that up in about 5 or 10 minutes. I hope to see everybody over there. We're going to continue our live coverage, and I plan on going up till midnight tonight of Danilo Cavalcante. Hopefully we got some news here soon. It's going to be dark soon, and you know all the live streams will be out, and we'll get all that content going for you. So I'm going to hit the outro, and I'll see you guys just in a few minutes. Thank you all again so much. I appreciate you all. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes.